Well, Adam, this has been really great to have you on. One question I always ask pretty much all of the guests on my podcast, and you answered this, I think, already to some degree, but I'd love to get a little more clarification. I always ask people what their first job was, and it sounds to me like it was on the farm, but maybe not. But tell us a little bit about your first job, and also any kind of things you learned from it, and maybe some things you that still stick with you today because of it.
Well, I was telling my wife about this the other day. I mean, I never had a day off. I never had a day where I could sleep in. So I was in the fields. I had lawns of the neighbors in Hershey. They were very kind. They let me cut their lawn. They paid me for that. My father bought my first lawnmower, paid for my gas. All I had to do was go out there and cut the grass and get paid for that. I also ran a paper route. So I was up early. Every single morning, I was up to deliver the papers. So and on Saturdays, when we didn't deliver the paper, I was up for religious education. So we're Roman Catholic, and on Saturday mornings, that's when I had to go to religious ed. So I never had a day to sleep in. That's how you develop your work ethic. When I was in high school, I used to privately internalize and complain to myself about that, because, my friends were lifeguards and they got to sleep in and things like that. But I think over the course of time, it instills in you something different. It instilled in me a work ethic. It instilled in me grit and resilience. And I was able to use that, not only as an entrepreneur, but also today, because we're a public policy, experiment in venture capital. And I'm up at 4 o'clock in the morning. We don't sleep as a team. We don't eat. We work hard. And it's a target-rich environment to expose these politicians who aren't spending our money honestly and efficiently.
Well, Adam, I can definitely tell you that you don't sleep. You haven't slept in probably your whole life, right? And you're very animated about the issues. And I was actually going to ask you but you answered it before I could ask you, if you've been able to, during this coronavirus lockdown, have even just one sleep-in day. But it sounds like you're up early, holding the government accountable, putting together some data online for people to see. I know that you write a lot. You are actually published in a lot of places like the Wall Street Journal, and you have a regular column, I believe, at Forbes. You've been on Good Morning America, ABC World News Tonight, Fox News, CNN. So you've been NPR. I mean, I know you're everywhere. And so recently I saw you on Tucker Carlson talking about some things. So this is just a real privilege for us to have you on the Agents of Innovation podcast. And I'm just going to let you kind of give some final words here and anything you want to deliver to our audience.
Well, it's a constitutional mission, and it's a privilege of a lifetime, because in Article 1, Section 9, it's the Appropriations Clause, Clause 7. That's where we get our charge. And it's oftentimes not talked about, nor has it been given enough attention, and not enough muscle has been put behind this constitutional clause. And here it is, that a regular statement and account of the receipts and expenditures of all public money shall be published from time to time. And Francisco, today, it's now the internet age, and there's a simple interpretation to the constitutional clause. And it's every dime online in real time. Open the books. We're committed to that.
Well, thank you so much, Adam Andrzejewski. Hopefully I pronounced your name right again.
You nailed it,
again,
Francisco.
CEO and founder of openthebooks.com. We're just really pleased to have you. And thank you so much for being on the Agents of Innovation podcast.
It's been great. Thank you.